Main event, let's do it. Hollywood CGA in the building. The king of the after pill, the king of kings. We're back. We got the main event topic here. Traditional marriage going bye-bye. The way of the dinosaur right here. Times have changed. You haven't. According to internet statistics making their way around the internet, we don't know if they're accurate. Please understand, I'm not telling you that these statistics are accurate, but you can basically take a look at the world and realize the world has changed. All right. It says right here, we do have two separate statistics that do not match. All right. So we're going to take a look here. Hold on for a second. For some reason, okay, I got it right. Let's take a look at this right here. Times have changed. You haven't. In 1970, I was born in the 1970s. All right. I was born in 1975, which makes me 50 years old this year. In 1970, over 80% of men were married by the age of 30. Today, it's only 23%. Ring the bell. Okay. Now, we don't know if these are accurate here. We're seeing several people report this, and even the numbers are a little bit off. But if you just look at this, you can see this. Well, you can see this life right now. This is where we're happening. This is the world we live in. This is the world I was debating. This is the world I was debating. Because we know this for a fact. You can take a look at your friends and your friends group. If you're in this friend group, you already know this is the case. Okay. So we're going at 80% of men were married by age 30. This is why I'm telling you, the average man ain't gonna make it. Sorry. This shows you that the average man could get a wife. Today, not so much. You better boss up. Even if this is a give or take here, you can see this play out in real life. And I told you in my book, my free book, 52 Things, just take a look at the world. The world moves much differently today. And sad reality is that people are trying to find ways to correct this. And I'm telling you, we're not correcting this. And then people call me some sort of nihilist. This is the new way. Larry Bird is not walking through that door.
Larry Bird's not walking through that door, fans. Kevin McHale's not walking through that door. And Robert Parrish is not walking through that door. And if you expect them to walk through the door, they're going to be gray and old.
You could be regular dude, and you could get you a wife. Why? Because women's income was not what women's income is today. Even though we're living in a struggle zone right now for everybody, all Americans, but women can make way more money. They can support themselves. We're going to get to that topic later. But they're not supplemental incomes. Parents don't push their kids to get married. Marriage is not that institution that people look at as a great positive. Even though people might want to get married, they're pushing that off later in life. The average age of a traditional marriage, right? You want to get married and you want to bring back traditionalism. Well, the average age a woman got married in a traditional marriage in 1970 was 20 years old. 20. Now look at today's 20-year-old women. These bitches walking around with motherfucking ears on and tails. Brainstem ain't developed. Fucking and doing OnlyFans. Doing absolutely nothing with themselves. Introverted. Still think she's a child. Right? I mean, we don't live in that world anymore. So if you want to have traditional marriage, you got to have women getting married 20 to 25. If they're not getting it 20 to 25, they're not getting married. These bitches got tattoos, nose ring. They be furry, smoking weed vape pens in their mouth, vaping, going to club, fake ID, whoring, sugar baby. All right. Losers, fat. I mean, dog, nurturing dog. I mean, yeah, they got a damn. People are using emotional pets as a way to replace their nurturing of children. So women would have children to mature, right? But I was listening to a college basketball game, and they were talking about this young man who was playing for, I believe, South Carolina, or I think it was another school. And what happened was he was feeling down and depressed, and he was feeling like he wasn't growing up. What the therapist told him to do was to get a dog to serve as your emotional person. And then he said, as a result of me giving the dog, I actually was forced to grow up. He said he doesn't chase women anymore. He goes to class. He takes care of the dog. He doesn't go to nightclubs. Why? Because you have a dog. Like, you can't just be leaving the dog all night. So he said he became more responsible, was forced to grow up because he had the dog. Now, We have dogs that replace children. We even have dog moms. So the time has gone where women look at children as a means to grow up. They look at children like, I ain't having no kids. And if you ever date Gen Z women, ask any Gen Z women, they don't see having kids as a thing. They don't see, they're like, having kids. Nah, actually the data shows us that most Gen Z women don't want to have kids. All right, not at this particular point. All right, let me see. Gen Z women poll having children. All right, we saw that one poll where that was like the lowest priority on the list. Right here. They have mixed views about having kids. They have different priorities and goals, career, financial stability. All right, affordability concerns in this economy, having kids, fertility, anxiety, reason for not having kids, pushing their little kid through their pussy hole. Right? They're like, nah, I'm good. We're good on that shit. All right, we know that that's the case. Let's see here. Let me see. I was looking at another poll right here. All right, and even marriage is a low priority. Let's see right here. Where is the women on having kids? That's Trump. All right, we don't want to know what they think about Trump. All right, I can't really pull it up. Oh, here we go. But this was the one right here where it. Am I sharing the screen? No, I'm not. Where the male versus the female. They even broke this down to conservative, liberal. So the female having kids, look at this. It's ranked 10. Being married is ranked 10 and 11th. For women, that is on the right-hand side. 10 or 11 in importance. Whereas for men, having kids and marriage, right there, it was 7 and 8. All right. And some even reported for conservative men, it was higher. All right. So yeah, they ain't on that shit. Ain't on that shit. They rather buy their own house and condo and all that shit. So that's one of the first issues. Now, what we then have is then the men. Let's take the men's perspective on this one and back up, because this was posted on a majority male viewing Instagram. And they just reported that getting married by 30 used to be normal. Now it's the exception. But I'm the nihilist. I'm the nihilist, huh? When we're dealing with reality. In the 70s, marrying young was a standard. It was a rite of passage into adulthood. More than 8 out of 10 men were married by 30. Today, it's 23. People now marry later and more often live together first before committing, shacking up. What this is forcing men to do is have to find out what to do with these years in their lives before this happens for women, right? So women are looking at 32 to 38. That's fine with them. What men have to do is that they have to find out what to do with their lives between 18 and 32. This is a problem. What I found is that men ain't figured it out. They haven't adapted. Has the modern dating landscape confused you? Have many of the standards that you heard, you're kind of tired of hearing about, and you're wondering, what does it all mean? Well, look no further. Join us talking about the monetized dating marketplace right now on Locals, and it is CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can create a free account to join the conversation between the Coach Gang members, but also on Sunday, we do a live stream demonstrating all aspects of the monetized dating marketplace. And coming soon in 2025, you're going to have access to a sample of the monetized dating marketplace course where you can get information related to how to participate in the monetized dating marketplace and or how to understand it, so you're not out here spinning your wheels trying to figure out how you're going to best deal with the monetized dating marketplace. Listen, everything and every aspect of dating is monetized. We just want to relieve the frustration that you might have about it. So the best way to do it is make a free account right there on Locals, CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can get access to those live streams, but create a free account. Just join the conversation. I am the only one covering this conversation from this point of view. And yes, I am ahead of my time. Get ahead of the information before you're priced out. So what they're doing, spending time in red pill, manosphere, clanosphere, fakeosphere, mitchosphere forums, constantly mad at women for them doing what they're doing. All right. They don't know how to date. They don't know how to dress up. They think they're going to date and fuck. Like, men have not adapted, which then you start blaming everything. The communists, feminists, Marxists, socialists, Democrats. All right. The Jews. Who else gets the blame? All right, CGA, the nihilists, the sugar daddies, the trick ass millionaires. All right, you start blaming everybody, the boomers. See, it's everybody else's fault. You start blaming Jermaine. Men looking for the reason. Okay? The migrants.
It's always Jermaine's fault.
The immigrants are the problem. So people men are wasting their years, 20, like that brother asked me, like, what should I do during these years? Yep, the simps, the track cons, the passport bros, the Duke shooters. Men are just wasting 10, 15 years trying to figure out how to make this work, where you guys go, ecclesiastical marriages are the solutions. Complete pie in the sky, complete exception to the rule, complete never gonna happen in a million years, where you're so desperate that you live your life so much towards women that you don't know what to do with your life. So that when I come in with the free agent lifestyle, remember, it's the free agent lifestyle, not the JUCO. When I come in with the free agent lifestyle, guess what happens? Men don't know how to deal with it. They're like, what? Live your life free, travel here, get hobbies, participate in life, deal with random. That can't be it. We can't go that way. Well, here's the problem. 80-20 rule is another thing men playing. It's the 80-20 rule. Chad Tyrone. So men have found a way to blame everybody, but they haven't adapted. To me, I find that men have failed to adapt to the modern day marketplace. And this ain't going to change. The 19th Amendment is another thing they blame. It's the 19th Amendment. Social media. Look at all these things that men have blamed instead of bossing up. As soon as you tell a man to boss up, free agent lifestyle, get your passport, them niggas go crazy. Nah, we got to do it here. But you're literally trying to say exception to the rule, right? You can't argue exception to the rule when this is now the exception to the rule is a married man. Okay, here we go right here. Let's take a look at the comment section, because then we'll look at the woman's point of view from this, which is really going to be eye-opening. Feminists, congratulations, you won. Okay, very nihilist there. Because today's women are marrying to take their husbands' houses. Okay, divorce culture. This one says right here, which we blame. Men want peace now because the women in the 80s were supportive and homemade women. Again, this person didn't even live in the 80s, more than likely. We don't want to lose half. So the men are going, yeah, we went our own way. So these men are saying we did this. Women were women in the 70s. Okay. This woman says many men are with each other. All right. She going the gay route. Stay single, kings. All right. I repeat, stay single and stay happy. Free agent there. Back in the 70s, a man gets married and gains stability, respect, and a partnership, and admit something. Now, less than 20% of these men are married because the world told them freedom meant isolation. So that's he's saying that when a man says stay free, what are you going to be alone? All right. You need to wife yourself up. You need to settle down. But the truth is, marriage used to be building a legacy, not to drain it. The right women still multiplies your mission. Okay. There's not many right women out here, he's saying. And a last one, it seems like it's a woman. Notice how you center men as if they're the only person in a marriage. Women can open bank accounts and take out mortgages now, 50-year mortgages. We no longer need men married in order to survive. Now we get married if we want to, and only if we want to, not because we need to. So she's taking a position of, yeah, man, we don't need to get married no more. We want to get married. I've heard these people arguments for years. Where I center it is I can't solve her problem. I can't solve your problem. It's free agent lifestyle for life. I can't tell her that taking a 50-year mortgage is a bad idea. I have to let her take the 50-year mortgage. I have to let her open her bank account and be broke. Or I got to let her open her bank account and be wealthy. What you guys want me to do is red pill rage her back to talk her out of her decision, which is nothing but Captain Save-A-Ho. Neither can I tell men that, yeah, man, these are the best women for you. Neither can I tell men that you guys are fighting this fight and losing. I can't control women. They have too many people that have them on a puppet string. I'm not about to control them. And I'm not about to tell them the brutal truth and how they're going to hit the wall and get foreclosed on. Highly likely, but I can't talk her out of that. Let's take you to the next picture here. This is going to be a video. Let me see. Which one was this one? This was posted on. Okay, let's do the video. So this is a video of a woman that literally put this on her screen. And she's the woman on the thumbnail. I think she was a nice little lemon head ass Aisha Curry, $2 Aisha Curry woman. So I figured y'all would come in and take a look at the stream. And it says in the 70s right here, 91% of women were married by the age of 30. Today it's 32%. So you see there's some internet statistics going on. We don't know what the right number is. We know 80% of men and were married compared to 20% today. Now we got 91% of women being married by age of 30, which kind of goes together because there's more women, adult women, than there are adult men. All right, especially in the 70s when you got Vietnam War, Korean War, World War II. So yeah, I can see that. Today it's only 32%. Okay, so let's see what the women were saying. All right, let's see what they think about this. Oh, by the way, let's play her video. All right, so her video is celebrating this. Now, this is where men have to look at this and go, yeah, it's cooketh. Because now, all right, now look, and that little thing, oh, I can't stand when women do that. That's clock that T, clock it. So now she's like, we did it, ladies. We did it, Brooklyn. We did it. All right, so she clocking that T. We did it. We're now free of these motherfucking loser males. All right, so this is interesting perspective, whereas the men's post went in on the women and feminism, whereas the women are like, yes, all right, we're free now, which they're wrong. All right, but we'll go with it. Let's see what the lady said about this. Let's see what the lady said about this in the comment section, just so you how far away we are from the ecclesiastical marriage. It says, yeah, because being married nowadays is like having a humiliation kink. All right. We don't know if that's a man or a woman, but I believe that that's a woman. We have another person that says, it looks like a woman with the feminist, national masculinism. All right, I don't think so. It's feminism. 31 is still way too high. 31% is way too high. A woman says we should lower it even more as it's still too embarrassing. We have another person that says, let's go, ladies. And this one says, Maria says 32% is way too high, ladies. Tone it down a bit. We have another woman that says we are finally implementing natural selection. Another one says, let's make it 0. That's a woman. All right. I can't see myself getting married unless he's a rich, sweet man. Why would I attach myself to a loser that can't even fix a car? These are the ladies. This one lady says we did it. And this lady says still far to go, ladies. Still congratulations to us. This one says good marriage is costly for both men and women, especially women and girls. More power and choice to all women. Glad I'm not part of this 32%. So happy to be born in this generation. Being with the man is so embarrassing. Saying this with a boyfriend. Holy mackerel. This woman says with a hijab on or a hijab. In the next 50 years, it'll be 5%. All right. These are your internet people. And then we got a couple more. Women finally started to understand that marriage benefits only men. Another lady, 32%, still too high. Another one says, should have been a single digit. Other one says right here, we can go lower, ladies. And this one says it's all by design. It will never be like that again. Facts. Now that's the answer right there. All right. Now start with that. It'll never be that high again. And that's what I was arguing the entire time.